In this lesson, we are going to talk more about operators in Python. Last time, in the last lessons, we talked about for loops, control, flow statements, and also we used the equality operator. In this lesson, we will talk about inequality operator when you want to determine whether two values are not equal. In this case, we are checking if car is equal to BMW, then do something. So how we can invert this thing, how we can check if car is not equal to BMW, in that case do something. Well, the syntax is easy, just remove the first equal sign and replace it with an exclamation mark. And here we are saying if car is not equal to BMW. In that case, what should we want? We want everything except BMW to be capitalized. So I'm gonna cut this from here. I will paste it. Else, if it's BMW, in that case, you should make the car all in uppercase. So we invert this thing. We say that if car is not equal to BMW, in that case, Toyota is equal to BMW? No, it's not the case. So this will be triggered. Benz is not equal to BMW, so it will trigger this print call. Audi the same. But when it comes to BMW is not equal to BMW, so it's false. BMW is equal to BMW, so it will trigger the else block, so the car will be in uppercase. Now if you run this program, you will see that we have the same result before. Also, we can use these operators with numbers. For example, if I have, let me clean this. If I have a variable called age equals 18, and we can check if age is less than 18, in that case we will print sorry, you cannot drive until you become 18. So now if you run this, you will see nothing will happen, because we are saying that if age is less than 18, so 18 is equal to 18, it's not less than 18. So if we change this to 17, in that case we will have this message: sorry, you cannot drive until you become 18. Also, we can we have a lot of comparison operators. So it's less than, also we have bigger than, less than equals, and bigger equals. So we will start, we set the less than, and we will set it also less than or equal. And here we are saying if age is less than or equal to 18. In that case, if we change the age back to 18, in that case this block will be triggered. Why? Because we are saying that the age is less than or equal to 18. So this equal sign will trigger this block of code. So we can change this to bigger if age is bigger than 18. So if I change this to 19, we will have this message. And also if we change this to bigger or equal, even if we have 18, in that case this program will be triggered. Also, we can use AND keyword to check for multiple conditions. For example, if I clean this, if I have two variables, age 0, age 1 equals 22 and 18. Now we can check if age 0 is greater than 18, and also and age 1 is also greater than 18. In that case we will print you can drive. else we'll print sorry, you cannot drive. If we print this, we can say sorry, you cannot drive. We are saying that age 0 should be greater than 18. So age 0 is greater than 18, and age 1 should be greater than 18. In that case, this condition will be false. Keep in mind that when using and, if one of your conditions is false, this block will not be triggered. But if we change this to greater or equal, now you can see that you can drive. So this is called multiple conditions. Also, we have or keyword. In here, we also have or. We are saying in here, if age 0 is greater than 18, or age 1 is greater or equal to 18, in that case, you can drive. So what is the difference between and or? Keep in mind that when using and, if one of the conditions equals false, in that case, all of the statement will be false, will not be triggered. But it's different in or. It's like the opposite of that. Opposite of and is or. If one of the conditions is true, then the whole expression will be true. In that case, even if I change this to 1, h1 is 1. In that case, this code will be triggered because we are using or. The next thing that I'm going to tell you is checking whether a value is in a list. How we can check that Benz is in cars list. How we can do that? We will check if Benz using in keyword. You're saying that if Benz in cars, it means Benz is in cars. In that case, we will print that Benz is in cars list. If you run this program, you will see that Benz is in cars list. Check whether a value is in the list. But also we can check whether a value is not in the list. If we say that Subaru is not in the cars, so the value Subaru is not in the cars, so yeah, it's not in the cars, so we will say that Subaru is not in cars list. If you run this program, you can see that Subaru is not in the cars list. So with not, you can check that a value is not in the list. And the last thing we are going to talk about in this lesson is Boolean expressions. See that Boolean values have Boolean expressions will always evaluate to two values, either true or false. For example, in here, Boolean and variables like is game active, in that case it will be true. We will say that this is true. So how can we know that this variable is a Boolean value? We can print the type of is game active. You can see, yeah, it's the class bool, short for Boolean expression. Also, Boolean values are often used to keep track of certain conditions. Like in this example, we are tracking that if is the game active, do something. If it's not, then do something else. Boolean values provide an efficient way to track the state of a program or a particular condition that's very important to your program.